hands if you think Steven, contestant number 6, should take the prize. And you have it, ladies and gents, your Mr. Man, Leo Man on Steel, Steven.
You're the northern wind, sending chills down my spine. You're like falling leaves in an autumn night. You're the lullaby that's singing me to sleep. You are the other half, you're like a missing piece. Oh my love, oh my love, oh my love. You don't know what you do to me. When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. And when I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you.
Alex, if 4 years ago someone would have told me that I'd be reciting vows in front of all of my family and friends, I would have thought they were crazy. For starters, I hate public speaking. And on top of that, anyone who knows me knows that feelings and emotions aren't really my thing. The fact that I'm up here prepared to publicly exchange vows and declare my commitment and love is, in and of itself, a reminder of how I know I'm the luckiest person in the world. Alex, ever since I've met you, you've challenged me to step out of my comfort zone and explore new things. You make me a better version of myself. Because of that, and for so many other reasons, I think it makes sense to start by saying something that I probably don't say to you often enough. Thank you. Thank you for taking a chance on me 4 years ago. After we met in Austin, you introduced me to new friends who are now some of my favorite people on the planet. Introduced me to new foods, like salads and vegetables, and new areas of the world I never considered visiting. I know Jeff was hoping you'd come back from Texas with a sweet blonde Southern belle. You succeeded on the blonde part, and I guess Pittsburgh is technically south of Toronto. I thank Canada for giving me you, but I also thank you for giving me Canada. You've allowed me to experience all that culture has to offer, especially the tragically hip, roots, ice skating, which is apparently just called skating, and my personal favorite, free massages. You've introduced me to some of the most wonderful people that I've ever met who have welcomed me with open arms. Thank you for always keeping life interesting and making every day fun. You particularly excel at holidays and other special occasions, whether it's the epic gingerbread house competitions at Christmas or your perfectly crafted Valentine's Day preparations of McDonald's and champagne. I love all the traditions we've started together and can't wait for more to come. Thank you for noticing when I feel homesick and for going out of your way to fly my best friends to Austin for a girls' weekend or figuring out a way for me to watch Steeler games in Canada. Thanks for almost always being the first to apologize after a fight. For watching the same episodes of The Office over and over again. For laughing with me in the best of times and crying with me through the worst. For handling my all too often tendency of losing important items, frequently in other countries, and going on wild adventures to track them down. Thank you for appreciating me, empowering me, respecting me, and giving me confidence I don't remember having before I met you. You are my constant reminder that I'm good enough, or at least good enough for a person as incredible as you. So today I vow to do my best every day to be all of these things for you. Most people here know that I'm generally a cautious, pragmatic person. I tend to not believe in just knowing, but it took just one date with you to experience that when you know confidence. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. We joke that I've known to get myself into tricky situations, and yet somehow things always come up Dan check. Meeting you was the epitome of my Dan check luck. I love you more than you'll ever know. You are my once in a lifetime. Thank you for giving me all I've ever wanted.
So who followed the Beatles? Dear Jackie, I fell in love with you on a winter's day in Austin. Along with some of our world first colleagues, we were at a bar, obviously watching the AFC wildcard game, Steelers-Bengals. While many of us mingled and drank beers, you sat alone in front of the TV, talking to nobody. You got up only at halftime to talk to the rest of us and order yourself a Captain and Coke. Throughout the game, I struck up periodic conversations about blown calls and made a few Big Ben jabs, many of which were met with mild precipitation at best. You were stoic and you were serious, and I could not get enough of you. Well, this is not the first day I met you. This is the day that I fell in love with you. As the night went on, the Steelers won, and our group moved to another bar. And as many nights had gone in the months since I'd moved to Austin, you and I ended up sitting alone, talking one-on-one, and being coy about our feelings. But on this night, I took a risk. As we danced on the dance floor, I worked up every ounce of courage I had and whispered in your ear, I like you. Luckily, you responded very quickly, I really like you too. While this exchange may have seemed very minor to some, it was anything but minor to me. It was everything. Since then, we've had countless experiences together, traveled the world, and have fallen so deeply in love that I cannot imagine life without you. Today, I take you to be the wife I have always dreamed of. I have loved you since that day in Austin, and I've loved you more every single day that's passed. As we grow old together, I promise to celebrate your highest highs with you and suffer your lowest lows with you. I promise to never waver in good times or bad. I promise to keep you safe and walk beside you through all of life's challenges. But most importantly, I promise to never miss a playoff game with you, as they now mean way more than just sports.
Jackie, place your hands on Alex's. Do you, Alex, take Jackie to be your wife, to be true to her in good times and bad, in sickness and in health, and to love her all the days of your life? Do you, Jackie, take Alex to be your husband, to be true to him in good times and bad, in sickness and in health, and to love him all the days of your life. The rings. Set of James. Okay, gotta get in the mood. Alright. So, the ring is a symbol of your love, circular as there's no beginning and no end. It's worn visibly as a reminder that though you may be apart, you carry one another's love with you everywhere you go. Jackie, I give you this ring as a token of my love and devotion to you. I choose you to be my wife and partner on this day forever. Alex, I give you this ring as a token of my love and devotion to you. I choose you to be my husband and partner on this day forever. That on there. Today, before friends and family, Alex and Jackie have made their commitment to one another known through the exchange of vows and rings. So it is my pleasure to now, and for the very first time, to pronounce them Mr. and Mrs. Jackie Danchak and Alex Arnold, husband and wife.
Your bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Alex Arnold and Jackie Danchak.
Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you all for coming down here. It was so nice to meet everybody, and I've heard a lot of stories about all of you, and it was great to finally meet you all in person. And again, thank you for all coming down here for this special. First of all, I want to mention a couple of people who would have loved to have been here tonight, but unfortunately, they have passed on. My parents, John and Priscilla, Jackie's grandmother and grandfather. My mother's been passed away about 15 years ago. My dad about a year and a half, and I can only imagine how proud and happy, and I don't know any other adjective I can think of that they would, their firstborn granddaughter. This, how much joy she gave us over all these years, and how proud they would be on this special day. So hopefully they're looking down on us with a big smile on their face, maybe sipping a nice vodka martini with Burnett's vodka, of course. So here's to Johnny and Priscilla on this special day. That was a rough one. Next up, I wanted to talk about the couple briefly, how they got together from where I stand. Jackie was working for World First and living in Washington, D.C. I think it was the summer of 2015. I think it was a hot July night. I looked at my phone. She was calling me, and I picked up the phone, and she said, hey, we got a new CEO, and he's moving the whole company to Austin, Texas. And she said it with a lot of trepidation in her voice, like I wasn't sure if she wanted to go or not. So I immediately had to flip her and get her on board with it. So I said, hey, I hear a lot of great things about Austin. It's a great city. You like your job, you like your boss. I said, well, the worst thing can happen is, you maybe move down there for, 6 months or a year. And if you don't like it, you come back. And then there was like a lull, and I think she calmed down for a bit. And then I said to her, you never know, you just might meet somebody down there who changes your whole life. So then we jump ahead about 4 or 5 months to November. And again, I get another call from her. And she'd been down there for a while now, and I said to her, the usual question, so how's the job going? Good. How's your apartment? You all settled in? Yes. How's your car running? Good. Did you get the oil changed? No. Why not? Your car needs fresh oil, otherwise you're going to be buying a new one soon. So I digress on that. And then there was like a little lull in the conversation. And I said to her, so, is there anybody down there dateable? All expecting her to say to me, oh, Dad, giving me the blow off, let's change the subject. And much to my surprise, she said, yes, actually there is. I am dating somebody. At which point you could have knocked me over with a feather. I just wasn't expecting that. And then when we hung up the phone, I remember saying to my wife, I said, I was relaying the story to her, and I said, it was just the tone of her voice. There was just something about it that just sounded so much different. It was very special. It made me think this just might be the one. So we jump ahead to not quite a year, and they've been dating. Things have been going well, and I still hadn't met Alex in person yet. And Jackie had a way of keeping the guy she liked away from me. And if you know me, that all makes sense. So I get a call from her, and she told me that they were heading to Miami for a weekend, a long weekend, the jet setters that they are. And they were going down to see the Dolphins and the Steelers play. And they were going to meet my cousin, Christine Bashwinter, and her husband, Bob, who live in the area. And again, up to this point, I still hadn't met Alex. So they go to the game, and the Steelers got destroyed that day. Gave up 200 yards rushing. It was a mess, but that's a story for another day.
How many yards has Ben?
Fantasy yards. So a couple days after the trip, everybody went back to their house, and I texted my cousin Christine. I was kind of trying to get a little scouting report on Alex from her. I thought I'd be slick about it. So I texted her and I said, so Christine, how'd the weekend go? Did you guys have fun with Rachel and Alex?
Jack.
I'm sorry. I was looking right there with Jackie and Alex. Really had slipped there. And she texted back a single sentence. And the sentence was, it's going to be a beautiful wedding. And I saw it, and I was kind of stunned, and I texted her back. I said, whoa, let's pump the brakes on that. It's not making weird. I haven't even met the guy yet. And she replied a second time, it's going to be a beautiful wedding. And Christine, where are you? There she is back there. You were absolutely right. Okay, with that, let's all raise our glasses. And cheers to the new husband and wife. Congratulations. Cheers. Cheers.
To the Bahamas, and we are just so happy that everyone is here to celebrate with Alex and Jackie for their wedding day. It means so much to us. Alex, your dad and I have always been so very proud of you and of the wonderful guy that you've become. Although there when you were younger, right here? Like maybe the time that you squirted the referee with the water bottle? It's true. Alex, you have a huge heart. You're smart, you're funny, you're incredibly loyal to your family and friends. And you're lucky. You're lucky that life took you to Austin. I think we should give Seth some credit here. Lucky that you met Jackie, the amazing girl that lights up your life. Jackie, we are thrilled to have you as our daughter-in-law. And we now have 2 awesome daughter-in-laws. So I think that makes us pretty lucky as well. Jackie, you are the perfect partner for Alex. You're kind and thoughtful. You're smart and strong. and you have this great love for your family and friends. You share so many interests, maybe not the same teams, but you both have that competitive spirit and that zest for life. Alex is the baby of the family, so he may need a little extra care. But I'm guessing you know that. Alex and Jackie, your love of life makes our life better. Welcome to the family, Jackie. We can't wait for what the future holds.
Well, between Susie and Chris, everything's been pretty much covered off, so I'll just hang up. But I would really like to extend our personal thanks to Beth and Chris and Jerry for the wonderful daughter that they've given us. I won't say given us, but put a down payment on it. Oh yeah. But and it's been amazing 4 or 5 days here with all the dad check relatives and friends and family, and I'll tell you, Alex can't get a better group of people to be associated with, because they're just absolutely fantastic people. Everyone I've met has been super loving and caring and inclusive, and I just can't say enough about that. I'd like to also give a shout out to Alex's second mom and dad, Gay Scriven and Peter. Any of the bad habits that Alex had came through Peter, and there are a few. And we really appreciate having Alex at your place for 50% of his childhood. It was really a pleasure. What's that? Oh yeah, the basement. Yeah. But and also one other acknowledgement I'd like to do, because being I'm not going to say long in the tooth, but a little older. Alex has been especially blessed with a band of brothers that he's gone from grade 2 or grade 1 through all the way through this life, and their fathers have coached them. They've been with them through fights and through all sorts of tumult. And then there was the Austin crew, and another fantastic group of guys that have coached them and helped them and mentored them along. Mentored them, that's a bit of a strong word for some of you guys. But I really appreciate all the support you've given my son. And I really look forward to seeing him continue to grow as an adult and a man and a businessman, with all the backup of all you folks and his new family. And that's really, I really appreciate that very much. Thank you.
So, cheers to the bride.
Strong start.
I'm sure that there'll be much said about her throughout the evening that wasn't already said by Chris. I'll just say that you were great, and you're great for him. And the one thing I've noticed in general is that he is a calmer, happier Alex.
Sometimes.
I'd also like to mention all of his friends. I was lucky to spend the weekend in Niagara a month or two ago with everybody. I recommend to everybody here to just kind of hang with them, and you'll see. Okay, as for Alex, so I'd say that our childhood, if I had to pick like a word, would be wrestling. So flying elbows off of the arm of the couch, and sleeper holds and DDTs. I'm sure that would sound familiar to a lot of people here.
Definitely.
It just never stopped. Even after we were I'm reading it, yeah. Even after we were banned from watching WWF, it was too late. We were already like the Bushwhackers or whatever, whichever one. And I don't feel responsible for any beatings you took, because you just kept coming back. And you were a tough kid and easily enraged. Hell-bent on revenge. And I had to watch for swinging hockey sticks and golf putters, and it got very lethal at times.
did a lot of that.
But it was fun living on the edge of being disciplined. Who would be the last straw to get Dad to pull the car over for the bare ass spank on the side of the road with cars flying by and other dads honking and fist bumping their approval because someone was taking care of what needed to be taken care of, but not anymore. Okay.
Times have changed.
Okay, the bunk beds. I was on the bottom bunk, and I just kept kicking the top bunk, which was your mattress. And I remember sometimes you'd be just about to fall asleep, and then I'd kick it again, because I knew you were just there. And then I guess that what I'm saying is that I guess I tormented you, right? Yeah. But it was fun. It was fun for me. And I know things about you that only your brother would know, like what you look like busting out of a washroom with Mom's bathing suit on.
Jackie also knows.
Okay, there's more, but that is enough. Okay.
There's nothing there.
Oh, there's more.
So you're obviously doing great, and people really connect with you. It's been like kind of like my 15 minutes of fame lately to be kind of like the brother, you know, like people come up to me and say like, oh, you're the brother, like you're Alex's brother, and you can tell that they're hoping like there's somebody else like you, you know what I mean? Like just genetically. And, but sorry folks. But I'm proud to be your brother, and I'm happy for you. So good luck and congratulations, Alex and Jackie.
How's dinner, everybody? Hey, I've got to start by pointing out the fact that there's one hell of a dream team down here in Paradise. Can I get a round of applause for everybody? Yeah. Well done, everybody. Roommate. The bridesmaids look beautiful today. They still do. And Jackie, you literally took my breath away today. Awesome. You look beautiful. Alex, I didn't forget about you. Sharp as a tack, my man. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Peter. Alex and I grew up in a very small town of Uxbridge, surrounded by farm fields as far as the eye could see. Population about 100. So you didn't really get to pick your friends. They were more or less assigned to you by default. When Alex and I crossed paths at the local hockey arena, we kind of broke the unwritten rule and began our friendship. Well, we all kind of did. Adam, Michael, Jacob, Alex, and I have always followed the rules growing up. We obeyed the law to an extent, but definitely broke a few rules along the way. An all for one, one for all mentality. You will not meet a tighter group than us. Thank you. Growing up playing hockey together, we accomplished some major championships, All-Ontario champs, Silver Stick champs, and international champions, which we achieved in Helsinki, Finland, which was pretty awesome.
A lot of ships. A lot of ships.
All really special and all led by our captain, number 10, Alex. Yeah. He's always been that go-to guy. If we needed a goal or we were, in need of a spark on that bench, we sent out number 10, our captain. A true leader on and off the ice. A few years back, our captain moved on to a different city in the United States, Austin, Texas. Yeah. Although there was some distance between us, we still kept things very tight. Thank you, FaceTime. Back in Toronto, we carried on with breaking the rules, and things never really seemed the same, you know, as kind of unbalanced. Less laughs, shorter nights, and on shorter nights.
A lot shorter.
Sorry about that.
Battery?
We were on an ongoing penalty kill without Alex. It was heavy. Alex informed the boys and I that he had met a beautiful girl and he was ready to come home for a visit. I remember it just like yesterday. We all met up at the local watering hole in Toronto and waited for Jackie and Alex's arrival. Boy, was it a party. Rules were broken. Inevitably, they returned back to Texas to return to their careers and, more importantly, their relationship. They decided to move back to Toronto just over a year ago, and of course, got engaged. The penalty kill was finally over. Balance restored. The past year getting to know Jackie's friends and family has been excellent. Her parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and all of her many friends have been a real treat. It's good being around great people. Sue, Glenn, Peter, and Gay, thank you for dealing with us growing up. We were a little bit of rascals. Jackie has been amazing. She's become part of our lives, and honestly, Jackie, it's like you've always been around. You're kind, funny, thoughtful, and make my best friend a happy man. Love you.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass things over to my main man here, Seth Harvey, and another best friend.
I'm Seth. Hi.
Hello.
So,
Mic up.
here's the thing.
Mic up.
Like, there's like one thing I know about Jackie, and it's that she's like super cool. But but the thing about it is like she doesn't let you get away with anything. And for those of you that know Jackie, you know that's true. Like when I think it was like the first couple of times, the first time we ever went out for drinks, or whatever, and I'm like, you know, I'm Canadian and I played hockey as well, and so we shorten certain words. And all the guys from Uxbridge are like, yeah, we know what this is. And so instead of getting like appetizers at McCormick and Schmidt's, we got like appies. I was like, let's get some appies at McCormick and Schmidt's. And like Jackie was like right on it, like, whoa, like that's uncool. And like it took me for like 3 years. She was like, no, like you can't say appies. So. Which pissed me off because I was like, I play hockey, like that's how people talk. Like. And then, so we all also know like Jackie knows like everything about sports. Everybody knows this about like Jackie and like Alex, he also knows a lot about sports, and we'll get to you. But so I try and talk to them about sports. And I'm quite shit at sports. And like, so Jackie will always be like I'll be like one time I was talking about Wrigley Field, and I was like the Fenway. Outfield wall. And like, what?
Fenway.
It's
Did you rehearse that?
well, I don't need this anymore. So we're talking about Wrigley or Fenway or and I'm like, yeah, like the outfield fence and everything, and I'm like, it's like over the Green Giant, and Jackie's like, it's not the Green Giant. I do need this.
It's going well.
Is this going okay, guys? let's get a little audience participation. Is this going okay, guys? So that concludes my Jackie Danchek part. Hey, but I will say this. You look tremendous. You look fantastic. I've been so happy to hang out with your amazing crew this week and previous to that. And like we love you so much. We do. We love you so much. You want to say something?
No, well, she knows. Number one boss.
So that's it. We're done. So Alex.
I thought you were done.
That's it, folks, and good night. So Alex, and I will, I'll keep this part like short and sweet, just like Alex.
Oh, I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming.
Thanks, Jason McGee. He wrote that joke.
That was tough to rehearse.
What to say about Alex? And there's quite a lot, which I won't. I will actually keep it short and sweet. So somehow, actually, it's like 15 years or 14 years ago or something like this. Like it's a long time ago now. Alex and I were put on a blind like mandate. We didn't know each other, and
Straight.
people had, and we ended up going to a bowling alley. We did not bowl. We did drink. And that was the start of something that said, and I mean this, it's changed my life. Like, so we had that date night and it was awesome. And it's been, I'll go quickly. It's been a long, awesome journey ever since then. We've now, I came in later. I mean, you know, these guys grew, and Alex and I, short. I put my phone down on the loss. So it's been a long journey. We've been to several cities together, several jobs together. You really, you learn a lot about a person, and you, it's a different thing when you work with somebody and you play with somebody. Don't worry, Sanchez. So Alex, one of the things about Alex and I, we've been on all these multiple continents together, and I would love to say that we've taken in like museums and like landmarks. Like we have not done that. We found ourselves in several airport bars, and here's the thing about Alex at an airport. If you guys ever get to travel with Alex and Jackie, hopefully you'll learn this like I've learned this. And I can't go to an airport now, whether I'm traveling with Alex or not, and you see those horizontal escalators, you know those things, and they hurry you through the airport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people
movers.
People movers.
People movers. Well, they're Alex movers. Alex gets like, he sees them, and he's like, he's got his cute little stupid backpack on, and he like sees these, and he's like, oh my god, like let's get on that thing. And like all I can do, this is true. Lara made me say this, but this is totally true. Like with your little bow legs, and you just get on them, and you're like he's like rolling down the escalator like this, like with his fucking like your bow. So I'll never go to an airport. I'll never go to an airport again without seeing that. Sorry about the. No, that didn't happen. Okay. Jeez, this is going poorly. So hey, man, I did your leg thing.
Yeah, you did.
I do need to see this though, like. Okay, you're. I'm wrapping it. So
You're seeing the red lights.
it's like the music's playing. I need to tell you both. By the way, both of you guys. Oh, there's one other thing I do need to say.
I'm not surprised.
Lara, don't look at me like that. I'm wrapping it up. So these guys. Before we get to the last bit. Being surrounded by your buddies, and now your buddies that you, by the way, are spectacularly fortunate about having around you. And now I've been immersed into that world, and like to have these guys and these best man and others that aren't here has been like, you know, completely changed my life as well. And your buddies are my buddies, and I love them so much. So to to the groomsmen, love you guys. And then Alex, I will wrap this up. I don't need to say much more, buddy. You already know you're the most loyal, most trustworthy. You will take a bullet, and I just love you. You're the best friend a guy could have, and you are cool. But Dan Check is way cooler.
For those of you who we haven't met yet, this week at the pool or at the beach or anything, or if you couldn't tell the resemblance, I'm Jackie's sister, Rachel.
And I'm Jackie's friend, Leah, as you can tell by the non-resemblance. I met Jackie 27 and a half years ago. Our moms were the preschool parents. And ever since then, I don't think I've made a serious life choice without Jackie there along the way. First of all, I think Sue's made an allusion to Jackie and her strength. I can tell you that the internet bullies in high school on AIM stood back when they found out that Jackie Danchuk was my best friend. Jackie was there for college visits. Jackie was there every time I didn't make the softball Ulster team, and you always did. And with your grace, you always somehow made me the manager of the team. So I became very good at keeping book. I'm very good at keeping score for any type of baseball, softball activities. There was a time when we were young, and Beth and my mom told us we were not allowed to do a sleepover. So we decided that we would tie ourselves together with jump ropes, and that would be the solution, and they would have to make us. And Beth had the great idea to let us have a sleepover after we walked the half mile back from my house to Jackie's house, tied together with the jump ropes. All to say, Jackie, all to say it had to come in. All to say you have, and I know I speak for Rachel, have been there through thick and thin. You are a steady constant in a crazy changing world. And I know I speak for Rachel, that the thing that we love most about you is your loyalty. You are there no matter what. And don't mess with Rachel and I, because Jackie will be after you.
And Alex, when you showed up on the scene 4 years ago, Lee and I were both super hopeful that you would be Jackie's husband one day. And we are both so happy that we're standing here today and that everything did actually work out after 4 years. You have truly fit into our family seamlessly, which I just feel like just shows all of your character. You are patient, easygoing, and kind. You have enhanced Jackie's life in so many ways, and most importantly, her palate. I would welcome you into the family, but you know that you were part of it from the first day you entered our lives. We really enjoyed all of the other speeches tonight, but for our speech, we wanted to change it up a little bit and do something that really reflects the couple here. So we thought we should do something fun, witty, and you both have great taste in music.
So Mr. DJ, hit it.
Yeah.
This is dedicated to the best friend and sister you could ever have. And knowing that the best person found her person. And you, Alex, for making Jackie the happiest. And for being awesome. It was all a dream. Jackie was the smallest, blondest thing. From St. Ursula, she showed up on the Shaler scene. Playing middle road softball. Topaz every day, kick the can, making trips to Ross Park Mall. She used to sneak out and she got cut. Keep going, got it. But fast, when it comes to being whacked up, not Jack, she has your back. 13 years old, Jackie got her debut role as Dr. Lily in Peter Pan. But her acting career was done. Grandma Marion was her biggest fan. Well, the years start coming and they don't start coming. Join the track team and you broke your arm running. Green got smart as a shade to the low. But chicken nuggets, they were key before Alex. It was take it easy. You and your well, let's go. Going to college in Ohio. Hey Jack, gonna run all star. Get your pitch on, go play. Hey Jack, it's your wedding. You and Alex have the best day. To most guys, Jackie was cold. Only Alex Arnold broke down the mold. All right, now we gotta call out Christine Sinkman. First cousin extraordinary. looking at all those bars. That one.
In those 4 years, you're sounding 17 hours. Spent lots of cash at the junction, happy hours. Now she was hoping for Friday to get DP dough late night. Stayed out till the week until the break of dawn. Sold grilled cheese out on the front lawn.
That's college Jackie. Saved defying gravity with Tess and Nat. Became one of the leaders of her business frat. That's college Jackie. Now this is a story all about how AA's life was lived turned upside down. Now we're gonna take a minute to this shit real quick. We'll tell you all about how Jackie became the queen of the city.
Softball, sometimes Jackie was cool, but not when she forced us in the basement to play school.
About 20 years later and things were good, Jackie moved to a Texas neighborhood.
Too many hockey fights later, Glenn and Suze got scared. They said, "You're moving down to Ozzy with Poppy Fetching Lair." The west of Toronto and shed a few tears. If anything, he thought came off and weird, but he thought, "Now forget it, let's go grab a beer." The addicts pulled up to the bar around 7 or 8 when he yelled to the cap, "Sorry, bud, tip you later." Running dirty six up to Jackie were lit. Let's all raise our glasses and cheers to the
It's been a long time coming. It's well worth the wait. Don't go anywhere, just on trail. We haven't seen a thing, we still don't know where it is. It's a safe mistake. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. Well, it's on the same state. Dead to rights and wide awake. Drop a caribou. Tell on you. Tell on you. Tell on you. Got a boatload of nerve. I would say you've been told. You work me against my friends and you'll get left out in the cold.
She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, "Don't mind, but do you mean I am the one who would dance on the floor and around?" She said, "I am the one who would dance on the floor and around."
Okay, it's Young Wayne, aka Mr. Make It Rain.